What's up, Outdoor Trophy Channel? What up, Yoshi? I'm making a lake trout, Mackinac trout jig. Not really sure. I'm not following a recipe or anything. Kind of just freestyling a little bit tonight. I know I want it to be jigged. I know I want it to be chartreuse and white. And that's about as far as I've gotten in the planning process. But I've been chasing some mega lake trout lately. And I've been getting some action. I landed one the other day, but it wasn't a mega, it was like 20 inches. Oh. Oh, thank you, appreciate it. All right, I'm taking some of this amnesia and I'm gonna use this as like a foul guard, because I'm gonna put in a rabbit strip next for my tail. Appreciate the sub, Bulldog. I'm confused by your previous comment though. Dang, 2 views to 10 plus W, bro. I'm confused by that, but maybe you're just saying how many people are watching? I don't know. It grows quick sometimes, but I appreciate the sub. I'm gonna back this off. I wanna run this. Nah, it's fine. Nothing's gonna make that pull out. I was worried about this pulling out, so I was gonna take it all the way to the eyes, but I think it'll be fine. Gotcha. Lake trout like worms. This is white and chartreuse. I've caught one on a white and chartreuse fly, and it was probably my biggest. Maybe not my biggest, at least my second biggest. Let's see, we want that. I really don't know that this would foul anyways. It's a pretty stiff piece of rabbit zonker. We'll just use another hook to poke the hole here. You know, the hard part's always finding that. Ooh, I thought that was it. I see it, but it's just, you know. Maybe that's not it. The biggest fish I've ever caught was a catfish, and it on a fly rod and on a fly, and it was, I don't know, I didn't weigh it at the time, but it took two of us to lift up. I would say it was probably anywhere from like 80 to 100 pounds. To answer your question, Outdoor Trophy Channel, I am in Colorado, the lovely state of Colorado. Man, you guys are probably laughing that I can't even thread this thing through. The white is like, maybe if I just leave the hook in there. Oh yeah, see, I was aiming way low. I probably could mark it with like a pin or something too. Maybe that would be a useful practice. There we go. Yeah. What's up, Trips? I might have I don't know that I like how much that slipped down. We might be reversing all of this here in a second. I kind of dig it. We're gonna roll with it. As long as this doesn't slide off, which it could. Digging that, digging that. I think I need some more chartreuse in there at some point. Or just leave it as a hint of chartreuse. Electric yellow, whatever they call it. I also don't like how blunt that is right there. Let's see if we can clean that up. So it's riding like that. Could just go ahead and be done, but some rubber legs could be cool. Let's go rubber legs. Don't want these guys too long because then they'll just foul up. Oh man, how many I grabbed 6. These things are so small. I thought I grabbed 4, but there were 2 stuck together. I only wanted 4. I got 6. We're ditching one of those. I do like how micro these are though. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Let's just put these in front of that bump. And the next material will make them lay down. I don't even know what the next material is yet, but it's gonna make them lay down. Okay, I'm gonna put any like marabou. Let's not put marabou though. What if we did a blend? No, that's crazy. I think it's too soon for the brush though. This is Is that even gonna be long enough? Shoot. I guess brush it is. I don't know. I'm stalling out here. You know what I could do? I want something that has like gives it some body, because I feel like this is all just gonna slender right down. The brush should give it some body. Oh, bucktail would be dope. Do I have any white though? Maybe I should have done this before the legs though. It's never too late. So I'm just trying to give this fly some bulk right now. I'm gonna reverse tie in some bucktail. We're gonna see if this works. I don't know that it's going to. This is really a lot easier to do with like a pin or something, but with those dumbbell eyes already tied in, it's gonna be problematic with a pin. So I'm gonna have to just do what I'm doing. And I guess if you guys were watching that whole time and watched me back those legs off, I'm like, why are you doing that? I don't really have a good answer for you, but I do know that I wanted to add some bulk to this fly. I was also worried about those legs fouling. And so this, I think this is all good stuff here, because this bucktail is going to add a lot of body to this fly, move a lot of water, which I think, you know, causes vibrations, which triggers those fish. And what else this will do now, I can put those legs back on, and hopefully that bucktail will prop the legs out and away from the hook or the bend of the hook, and just give it another little element of wiggle. Okay, I still feel like I need a transition from this to the brush. I think what I want to do is do a dubbing loop. You know what else I should have done before I even started putting all these materials on here, now that I'm thinking of it? I I should have added some extra weight other than these dumbbells to help get this thing down. I want it jigging and moving every time I strip it. I feel like that upward motion, I'm fishing this on just a sinking tip line, not a full sink line. So it's got that floating to like a 15-foot sinking head. So I think every time this thing just sinks to the max, and I watch that where the transition from the sinking to the floating line starts to sink, that's when I'll start stripping it, and I just let it jig, and that's when it seems to work the best. Let's see. I'm going to try now to make a dubbing loop and get kind of that same barred color. This is a new to me product from Fulling Mill. It's like a salty craft fur, but it's barred craft fur, which is kind of cool, kind of trippy looking on the camera. But I'm gonna try and get that barring over that kind of skirt there, so we have that grayish, black and white makes grayish color. Not quite as neat as I wanted there. Also, it's much longer than I need it to be. I think, can I trim this? I don't think my scissors are gonna be sharp enough. That might work. Let's see what happens. Doesn't have to be too pretty. This thing is pretty wild. It's getting a little wily. Man, the chat got awfully quiet. Trips said hello, and then everyone just silence. Where are you at? All right. All right. We're finished. Where are you? I'm wondering if most of you guys are all sticking around to see if this fly is going to turn out. I'm kind of wondering the same thing. Oh, shit. But it could. I mean, it doesn't look too bad on camera, I don't think. Loading. It's coming. It's coming. This is where it gets good. Just a little brush out. That thing's definitely going to push some water. That is for sure. Wow. Can you see the whole thing? I think I do. Let's see here. Covered in hair. I'm gonna hit this with a little bit of resin. I wish this brush, I think it's like a freaking 1 inch or ½ inch brush. I wish it was a little bigger, so it would have covered that a little more, that transition point. I guess I should have thought about it a little more. I think I made my bucktail just a little long on that too. But, you know, I'm still gonna fish it tomorrow and see what it does. All right, Linda Mosca, beautiful fish. No, beautiful bug. Beautiful fly. Beautiful fly. Mosca is like mosquito. Mosca. All right, let's try something else. It's gonna be jigged again because I believe in jig flies for lake trout. Big old hooks too. Oh, how'd that happen? We're gonna switch to some chartreuse thread. Am I making a fishing cook? No. No, I'm not making a fishing cook. All right. Nice, Lauren. You should check out our channel then. We do a lot of fly fishing, my wife and I. Mostly in Colorado, but we also travel a bit and do some fly fishing elsewhere. I do not live in OKC, no sir. All right, we're just freestyling again here. Chartreuse, let's go on chartreuse again. Chartreuse and white. I think I liked the bucktail on this last one. I don't think I like the end product. We'll just leave it there. So some improvements to be made. I don't know where to make the improvements. If you guys have any suggestions, I think this part right here, the head to the body transition, I kind of like how big the body is there. Maybe that needs to be closer to the eyes. It just looks funky proportion wise. Maybe if I just omit the bucktail altogether. Sometimes it's hard creating stuff. Not in the mood. Not in the mood for creation today. You know what I do want to do, actually? I got given, speaking of baitcaster, Richard, this guy that he owned like a bait and tackle shop next to the fly shop I was working at, and he gave me a bunch of flies. He knows that I like lake trout, and I'm tying lake trout flies, so he gave me his version of flies. Let me show you. So this dude catches a lot of lake trout, but he uses conventional spin and tackle and whatever gear. So I don't think he really grasps the idea of what you can actually cast on a fly rod. So he gave me these, and he's like, hey, I tied you some lake trout flies to try out. Holy crap, they're tangled together. Sorry. This thing is like, not that I couldn't cast a fly this long. I mean, musky fly fishermen do this. But the weight alone, the size of the hooks, the shanks in this, that's got to be like a 6 or 7/0 hook on that puppy. So what I've been doing is just hacking materials off of these. Here's another one. And I honestly think these would catch a lake trout if I could cast it. I feel bad for it. Like, that freaking hook might kill it. I don't know. I'm not catching a keep, so. But I think he's onto something with the colors here. It's just so much material. So I'm gonna steal some material from these big flies. Yeah, definitely don't hit yourself in the head with this. You'd be knocked out. Knocked out. Here's another one. Look at that. It's like a big trout spay fly, but could be on your mantle. Stinger hook and all. Like, I don't know. Oh wait, there is 2 hooks in that. That's scary. But that's also probably like a whole bucktail in this thing. I need to remember that when I'm looking for white bucktail. I've got a ton. Again, I didn't tie these. These were given to me. I'm just gonna take some of the material out of them. Recycle, upcycle, something like that. I kind of like, I've always wanted to use one of these little dragon tail things, but they're so heavy. Nice, Jaren. I'll have to check your stuff out. All right, back to this fly though. I already stole some of this white, like kind of crinkly fiber for a fly. I really like this stuff. I think I want this in my tail again. It really like holds the shape of a bait fish, doesn't really foul up at all. I think you can make it as big as you want. Man. We could make this just like a rainbow color. I see, so these lake trout, their main forage that I've seen, I know there's suckers in there as well, but they eat stalker rainbows, and these rainbows are like anywhere from 10 to 14 to 16 inches long, I guess. And they inhale them. These lake trout are huge, so I guess we could go a little bigger on this one. Like live stream? I mean, you probably just got to get the YouTube app. Have an account. I don't know. So if we're doing this white's gonna be the last thing we put on, because we want green and pink in here. Yeah, we're going in with the green first. You guys, no promises. This fly might come out wild. Do we want to reverse tie it? Would that even make sense? No, not at this point. Not at this point. But I do think I want to do that. Oh man. I'm just on my cell phone right now. And when I go on the YouTube app, there's like a little plus sign at the bottom. And you can like add shorts or something. I don't know, it gives you a few options, like, but there's an option to go live right there, and that's all I do. I also have a little tripod that my phone's sitting on. Hello, Priscilla. Priscilla, I hope I'm saying that right. It's not a name I see a lot. I might shape this up a little more later. We'll see. I'm just gonna get it on the shank here. Actually, you know what? That's crazy. Crazy antics. Scratch, cerise, blue. Okay. Yeah, I do, but mostly Stillwater, and mostly tiger muskie. I've never gotten to fish for the real thing. But yeah, I do. I make pike flies for some reservoirs around here, and there are some tiger muskie around here that I tie flies for. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. For sure the stalkers do around here. I see more of like a green, but I guess, yeah, blue, especially some of these stalkers. But I'm gonna get some, I don't know, this has all kinds of good natural, like browns and some good color to it. I did just watch actually a video for lake trout. This was, it was actually a really old video, and they were in Canada, but he was tying up these flies and they were blue on top, just blue Flashabou, and I really liked them, and I was thinking about doing that tonight. We could add a little blue in here. Why not? Why the heck not? What about this? Oh, that's not too hard to do, Jaren. Just make a couple videos. You'll be at 50 in no time. Yeah, that's gonna look dope, actually. I'm really liking that. Who suggested that? Like Lord Helmet, but bigger. Like Lord Helmet, but bigger. Good suggestion on the blue. What did you call it? Cerise? Scratch cerise blue? No. I might have to do that again later. I don't really... Yeah. I feel like this could be the whole thing, really. But we need... Look at this crazy tail I got going here. We'll shape it up later. This is the Renzetti Traveler. And it ties up anywhere from like size 22 to 2/0, which, or maybe, I think it even advertises 4/0, but I don't really tie anything bigger than that. So this vise has been working great for me. Where do we want to go with this fly? I feel like it's kind of goofy right now already. I do like this blue over green. I wish, you know, I wish all this was kind of just at the head and I tied in some weight back here. And that was it. I feel like if I repeat that process, we're just gonna wing it here. It might be a little too late, but experimenting tonight. And I'll be experimenting with these flies tomorrow. I'll have to check that out. Blended fish flash. I don't think I've seen that. This is, I don't even know what I'm using right now. I'm just making it up as I go. Grabbing materials. I do think I'm gonna add a little extra lead to this fly. Little weight, little extra weight. Oh, those eyes are crooked as hell. That looks better. Nice. Where are you going fly fishing, Levi? Oh man, just put in the reps if you're just starting. And I don't know, I wouldn't say don't try flies that are too hard, but definitely like start with the basics. Zebra midge is a good one that catches fish and will teach you a few things. If you're trying to make up flies like I am right now, it's really kind of hard to do, but in the beginning, just look at other people's recipes and start simple, build from there for sure. I've been doing it for like 6 years, and I don't always just try and create flies. Right now I'm trying to create flies for a certain fishery that I've been fishing for a long time, and I've tried, shop flies, I've tried small flies, I've tried big flies, I've tried everything. So I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall at this point. And yeah, just trying to kill time and tie flies because it's fun. It's fun being creative too. That's one of the best parts about it. Flies with Henry. Nice, dude. Yeah, game changers are real. They're the real deal. I've tied a few of them, mostly feather changers, because I just like them more. They're easier to cast. I don't like casting the traditional game changers. I think it's like casting a wet sock. I've been told that it's a good fly for lake trout and pike and muskie and all that, but feather changers are where it's at for me. All right, back to it. Let's see, where are we here? I think I'm gonna do some pink and then try to repeat this process again. Maybe we can pull that off. It might be too late. This thing might be too far gone. I probably, yeah. Didn't we get that in pink? Cheers, Jonathan. All right, I don't even know if this is necessary. Probably not. It doesn't show. We're not gonna do it. Save that for something else. What I am gonna do is come in with this pink. Telling you guys, never know what's gonna go down when a hard pingy sesh happens before the live fly tying. Get out of there. This thing's getting weird with it. I feel like I could take half of this out and use it, really, because that looks way better right there. Would that be crazy to cut that out now? No. Why? Why not? There's no rules. That looks way better already. Just making it up as we go here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now let's see. We need more of this green. We might need a little more of that white. Give it a shot, simply trolling. It's pretty fun. I dig it. Okay, this is where we're gonna get even more wild. That, how are we gonna get the blue flash back in? That's what I wanna know. Well, maybe. Do I want to reverse tie that? Is that crazy? It kind of gives it some cool hollow profile. We're gonna shape up that tail. Don't worry about that tail. I think I need more though. I need more white. I want it to round over these edges a little more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. See if this works. I mean, it's pretty cool. I probably should have put a little more green on there. I don't think it's too late. I think it just needs like maybe some brushing and some shaping, but also I need more green. I need more green. Just I do feel like we need to get maybe some more of that blue in there, but that could be enough. It would be cool to have a little more, because that's kind of just I don't know. Nah, we're gonna leave it. All right. Let's finish this thing with maybe some sinews. What do we got? What do we got? Should we put some flashy gills in here? Oh, definitely need that. Since you guys didn't answer, I'm gonna do it anyways. Where do I want that though? Yeah. Yeah. Nah. Nah. Man, this song is putting me to sleep. Very chill. Too chill. This one's going a little harder already. What is up? Welcome back, Outdoor Trophy Channel. I don't know how long you were gone, but this fly is wild. I don't know if you saw the start of it or not. But we're getting close to the end of it, I think. Getting real close. Okay. One more little tuft of each color of Senyos, and we out of here. I'm gonna shape it up a little bit, I think. We'll see. Do we even need more green? I think we just wrap it right there. Oh wait, that's fucked up. I don't like that. I like the white. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Music's getting crazy again. All right, we gotta fix this. Wait, Outdoor Trophy Channel. I just saw you in Jimmy's stream. Sounds like you both are double dipping. Yeah, we definitely need one more round of olive, maybe one more round of the white too. Oh man. All right. Tighten up, lock in. Trying to finish a fly here. It's been a mess from start to finish. Welcome to Tanner's Creation Station. How? I'm like, how does all that creep back up? We might, I hate to do this at this point, but I might have to just like back this thing way off because this is getting unruly. Let's see if I can trap it. Oh. We're just gonna finish it and hope it holds. Just kind of, I definitely like overpacked the front of this fly or didn't leave myself enough on the shank in front of the eyes there. I'm a little worried that this thread is going to eventually just kind of avalanche up to the eye of the hook there, because that will happen. It'll just kind of roll down itself. But I'm gonna cover it with some UV resin. And then I'm gonna try and shape this fly up, and I'll show you guys what I came up with here. Just freestyling. So that's an ugly, ugly head. Okay. Now, brush this out. What's up, yes, Seal? Hope I'm saying that right. All right, this thing is actually kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie. I think I want to shape up this tail a little bit here. And we're gonna trim those down because they're a little bit long. And kind of just shape this whole thing. The only thing I'm worried about with this material, this kind of crinkle fiber, whatever it is it's kind of rigid. So it doesn't have like a natural movement to it, whereas this last one I tied the rabbit zonker, like, I don't know, rabbit zonker just undulates or moves on its own in the water. It has its own movement. So this was fly one. Little jiggy boy. This one, ooh, I think, you know, bait fish, big profile. This kind of reminds me more of like a GT fly. I think we can trim this up just a little more. So I want to catch a lake trout, Mackinac trout, and they eat rainbow trout. So this is meant to imitate a little stalker rainbow. This is like, I don't even know, what is that? Probably 4 inches or something. Let's see, this is smaller. I've literally watched these lake trout eat 14-inch fish right at my feet. This thing's like 5. We're like 5.5 inches all the way if you count like to the very tip of the flash. 5.5 inches, so on the smaller side of the stalker rainbow, but I don't know if you can see there's a little bit of hidden pink in there. And I mean, single hook, jig hook, not articulated, so you're hoping that they just inhale the thing and don't short strike it. But like I said, most of the time I see these fish actually eat real fish. They eat real rainbows, not flies, not talking lures or flies. They are pretty big fish that they're eating, so it's pretty impressive to see. And they don't hesitate when they eat them, they really inhale them. So that's why I only have 1 hook in there. It is a pretty big hook. I think this is a 2/0 jig hook. The reason it's jigged is I can really let it sink and play around near the rocks without worrying about hooking the rocks. And also lots of purchase area on the roof of the fish's mouth. So yeah, that's my little jig rainbow bait fish tonight. Jerry, I've been tying jigs. I mean, not very long. Just as long as I've been fishing lake trout, I guess. Well, not even that. 3 years? 3 years I've been tying them on jigs? 3, 4 years? I don't know. Anyways, there's some blue in there. We'll see. Thanks, Yoshi. I'm gonna test it out tomorrow on some fish. Probably gonna call it a night for the tying so that I'm well rested and I can get out there and get an early start on these Lakers. I'm actually hoping, I don't know, the lake I've been going, might be frozen. We just got a like pretty good cold snap, and yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go up there tomorrow and find out. There's usually at least a little bit of open water that I can throw a fly in, but like right before this cold snap, I had a day with these lake trout that I had three like really solid follows, a couple good takes, and I landed one that was like 22 inches, which is pretty small for the lake trout that I'm going for. I've seen some well over 40 inches, and I've caught a couple that are in that size class. I never have the stuff to measure, but I actually really like how this thing turned out. It's got like a really good 3D profile, so it's kind of bulky. Kind of bulky, but it's hollow. Like, I think it's gonna hold its shape well. Push some water. What up, Junior Buds 909? Oh, you're talking to Yoshi. Anyways, JR Buds, thanks for stopping in. I don't know if you were here the whole time, but yeah, tied a couple of lake trout flies. We'll go test them out tomorrow. Mackinac, whatever you want to call them. I think, you know, when I get there, I got to choose which one I want to tie on first. I think it's going to be this one. I'm just like, main thing, worried about how much it's going to sink, but that's why I tied in that extra lead. And I've also got a sinking line, so should get down there, should get in the zone. I'm using an 8-weight. 8-weight, but these fish are 25, 30 pounds, sometimes more. So you need the big rod, helps to cast the big flies. I've caught one on a 6-weight and one on a 7-weight. Both really big fish, but I'd rather be overgunned than undergunned, honestly, when it comes to fish, just for their health, landing them fast, all that. But yeah, I actually will run 2 rods out there. Most times I have a smaller jig streamer on an indicator on a 7-weight with floating line, and I'm just letting that float. And then I'm casting the 8-weight with a sinking tip streamer head and streamer. So yeah, casting, watching bobbers, depending on the day. Yeah, it's definitely not the funnest thing in the world. But this thing, it's really not that big. I mean, it looks big. It's long, I should say. But it's pretty light in the hand. And it should just shed all the water because it's all synthetic materials. Ideally, but we'll see. We'll see how it throws tomorrow. I'll have to get back to you. Right on. Well, thank y'all. Thanks for watching tonight. I think I'm gonna call it. I know I didn't tie a whole lot, but 2 big ass streamers and just kind of going for it, you know, not following recipes. I actually like how this one turned out, and I'm really glad that dude suggested the blue in there, because that could be the ticket. Because I literally was just watching a YouTube video and this guy was saying blue in the lake trout flies, and I've never had blue in my lake trout flies before. It's always been white and chartreuse, which is what this one is. I don't know if you can even see that chartreuse underneath that belly there. Yeah, anyways, thanks for stopping by. If you guys haven't subscribed, please do. Helps us a lot. I was trying to hit 2K by the new year. We're still a ways away, and it's like tomorrow. Tomorrow's New Year's Eve. But Happy New Year to y'all. If you haven't, go subscribe, like it, do all the things. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.